Hello, this is Doc Boffin here at the final of the CombatCards 2.2 launch tournament at Raglan Shire, where I'm playing Sidney Fredrickson in the finals. So we'll see how we get on here. First of all, I'm going to draw some cards. I'd really like some different options, multiple options for attacking here. And it looks like Sid has decided the same. We've both drawn. We're both on 100 health points and have 4 cards each. Let's see what happens in the next round. I'm going to draw again. I have 6 Sumo Slap as a large attack, but I would like another option before battle commences so that I can switch between the two. This doesn't look like the one I'm looking for. It has a green border, which means it's going to be a one-turn attack. And it looks like the time for waiting is up. It looks like Sid has started playing cards. So I'm going to start playing cards too. I'm going to start playing with the Latte Lash. That's going to do a high block, but it's also going to gain me 1 point of energy, which I can use to unleash these big attacks later on. So I've done a Latte Lash. Sid has done a Maiden's Moan. We're both winding up for a big attack. I'm going to go for the Redest Fire Rip because it does 14 points of damage versus 6 Sumo Slaps 10. We'll see where Sid attacks, and then that'll give us some information about what our next choice should be. We've both done a Redest Fire Rip. That's quite a predictable outcome because it is the most powerful 2-turn attacking card in the horror set. Now, if Sid plays that again, I'm going to be launching the 6 Sumo Slap, which is going to block high and take some of the sting out of that Redest Fire Rip. So we both wind up again. This time I'm going to launch a 6 Sumo Slap, hoping that Sid's going to try a Redest Fire Rip again, which will put me into the lead. So let's see what happens. No, we've both had the same idea. We've both played 6 Sumo Slap, which means that Sid is still in the lead again by 2 points as we wind up for another combo. So, which one's it going to be again? Well, 6 Sumo Slap's the obvious one because Redest Fire Rip is the more powerful, but I'm going to go with non-obvious. Sometimes if you play somewhat randomly, it can work in your favour, and I'm behind, so I need to take some risks. So I'm going to do the non-obvious thing. Sid's done the obvious thing, which actually means my bet hasn't paid off. Which means I'm falling behind. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to quickly play a 1-turn attack, and I'm going to switch the phasing of the battle here because that might switch things up in my favour. So I play an attack, I get a few hits in there. We've got the Maiden's Moan being wound up. Now I'm going to play a head case again, which is going to take some of the sting out of the Maiden's Moan, or in fact the Latte Lash, which would stop a Redest Fire Rip. So let's see what happens here. Yep, the Redest Fire Rip comes out. I take all the regeneration off, some of the sting out of the big hit. Now I'm going to launch my Redest Fire Rip during the wind-up phase of the next attack from Sid, which hopefully means that Sid doesn't have a large block that he can do high, which means I'll be able to get the full Redest Fire Rip in. Nope, the Latte Lash comes out, which takes the sting out of mine. So Sid's playing very well here. He's doing very well indeed. So I'm going to play the Latte Lash here, which means I think Sid is probably... He may actually play the 6 Sumo Slap to sneak in underneath me, but we'll have to see. No, Redest Fire Rip comes out once again. So I know Sid has a Latte Lash. I'm not sure he has a low wind-up attack, so I'm going to try and sneak a 6 Sumo Slap in here, which would narrow the gap between the two of us. But Sid's a very good player. I'm sure he'll know what I'm up to. Right, there we go. I managed to get the 6 Sumo Slap in this time. This is going quite well, which means I'm in the lead for the first time. It's only by 1 point, and Sid's a very good player, so I'm not going to rest on my laurels here. We'll see how this goes. We may be able to play a few more rounds of this kind of nonsense now, especially because we're in the lead. Right, there we go. We take some of the sting out of the Redest Fire Rip again. Let's see if we can sneak in another low 6 Sumo Slap and get ahead again. So Sid is in the lead, but that's basically because I have an attack in hand. I have some energy and I'm about to use it. But there it is. Maiden's Moan takes a lot of the sting out of my attack there. So once again, Sid is the match of me, and we need to figure out what we're going to do again this time. So I'm going to try and do a Latte Lash because it has been effective in taking the sting out of those those Red Fire Rip attacks, and there it is again. So this time, am I going to do a 6 Somo Slap? Am I going to do a Red Fire Rip? Sid doesn't know, so I'm going to try doing the 6 Somo Slap again. Let's see how we get on with that. No, I'm going to switch at the last minute to Red Fire Rip. Hopefully I'm being unpredictable enough. But no, he's predicted the Latte Lash. Now, we have a... hopefully we've got a good situation here, because I can keep playing the Latte Lash, which can keep drawing the Red Fire Rip out. So if Sid keeps playing the Red Fire Rip, then over time I should be able to pull ahead here. So yes, I knock 6 points of damage off that. Now I should really be picking randomly here. I should try and make myself difficult to predict. Sid, if I have patterns, then the fact I have 2 attacks will be somewhat negated by the fact that my my attack patterns are a bit too obvious. So there you go. So Sid guessed low, I played high, which draws me into the lead for the first time in a while. So we're going to do the Latte Lash again, and really I need to hopefully continue doing this, continue taking the sting out of the Red Fire Rip if that keeps coming out, and then mixing it up between Red Fire Rip and Sumo Slap. Right, Sid's got the measure of me there, and he's played the 6 Sumo Slap, which has got the damage in. He's drawn into the lead once again. Which way am I going to go again? Hopefully I'm being random. We'll see. Nope, so Sid's guessed correctly there. So it really is a kind of interesting game here, where both of us are switching between the 2 attacks we have somewhat randomly to try to outfox the opponent. So I'm gonna switch things up with a head case here, because if Sid goes low again, then that's my best blocking card. No, Sid's gone high, yep, he's drawn into the lead. So yeah, really that was an unfortunate one for me. And I need to get some hits in. It's quite important that I get some hits in now, because otherwise I'm running out of health, and I'm not going to have enough time to win this battle. Now, really, I think Sid's probably going to go for the Red Fire Rip, because it is his most powerful card, which means 6 Sumo Slap's my best one. But then that, of course, means Sid may go with 6 Sumo Slap because he's in the lead and doesn't actually need to get the benefit. Right, so we both go for Sid Sumo Slap, which was kind of what I imagined was going to happen there. So, what do we do here? Do we stick with this, or do we twist, in fact? I think what we're going to do here... Well, if we keep doing the same thing, then Sid's going to beat us here. So really, we have to play our most powerful card in the hope of getting back into the game, and then just kind of cross our fingers, really. Unfortunately, I don't have a low block, so if Sid keeps playing that 6 Sumo Slap, then I am going to be in trouble. And there it comes out once again, blocking most of my attack, and in fact doing a lot of damage to me. So I'm only on 5 health now. It really is running away from me, this game now. So let's just yeah, in fact I don't think I can do much, because my biggest block is in fact 6 points of damage, and the biggest attack is 14 points of damage. So really, the next time a big attack comes out, I am in all sorts of trouble here. So I can only block Red Fire Rip here, and even then probably not for enough damage. So I'm going to go for that one, and if 6 Sumo Slap comes again, then there's not really much I can do. So let's see what happens. I'm sure Sid's worked it out. He's a very good player. No, he launches the Red Fire Rip. I managed to block it, but it's still not enough. I'm on -1 health. It's all over, and Sid has won the final of this, the 2.2 launch demo deck tournament at Raglan Shires, and the alien is defeated, and Sid is victorious. Thank you very much for watching.